And welcome back. We continue our conversation about the move over or slow down law in Wisconsin with Officer Brian Murphy of Schwaben and Public Safety. Joining us in the conversation, Sergeant Andrew Jacobs with the Wisconsin State Patrol. Sergeant, you play a major role in this because you were the first responder that evening when Brian was injured. When you approached that scene, did you know anything about what you were about to come upon? What were you thinking?
Well, the way it kind of got called out was Trooper Van Ageren was the first one to respond to that car fire, and then I responded to the scene with him, and we were kind of dealing with that car fire. We made sure that the occupant got out and that he was safe, and then when fire was all done with getting the car fire out and everything, Trooper Wyant was actually on scene at that point because we were going to be ending our shift, so he was going to kind of do the cleanup on everything. So we had heard some screeching tires, and we didn't really know what that was all about. We thought that maybe it was just a simple rear-end accident or something like that. So I sent Trooper Wyant to go in and check on what the tire sound was. And as he walked away, dispatch had called me and said that an officer might have been hit at my scene. And from what I knew, I thought that I could see the entire scene, but little did I know that it was a little bit on the other side of the hill. It actually continued farther than what I could see. So me and Trooper Van Ageren both ran as fast as we could to the sound of the tires on where it was coming from, and when we got on scene we saw Brian laying on the ground, and that's when I called out immediately to dispatch that we had an officer down.
You didn't know any of this?
No, I didn't, and that's been kind of a unique experience. It seems as time has gone by after the crash, everybody that's been involved in some way, shape, or form has kind of shared bits and pieces of their story, kind of painting the total picture, and I don't think I'll ever have the total picture, but like I made mention, I mean, there's a huge ripple effect that goes out, and now it's starting to ripple back, and we hear some more of it.
So Andy, here's your situation. You've got officer down. You have what we now know to be a woman who had been coming back from a wedding,
Yep.
under the influence, with a child in her car. That had to be somewhat of a chaotic scene. Where do you go first? The officer first? The woman in the car first? The baby?
Yep, we immediately did everything that we could for Brian because he's our biggest concern at that point, getting the ambulance there, treating him the best that we can until that happens. And then the crazy part about law enforcement is now that we got Brian to a safe location, our job isn't done yet. Now we still need to process this scene, so that's when we started coming upon the vehicle that struck him and everything that entailed.
Now Brian got some pretty good care on the scene. I take it. What kind of training do both of you have to go through? Because unfortunately in your case you were the victim, but you've also been in cases where you were treating a victim. What kind of training do you have to do that?
Well, we're basic responders, so we cover basic needs until the ambulance can get there. Brian has actually got much more advanced training than we
So,
got.
and this is another one of those kind of interesting ways that the scenario played out. Schwaben Public Safety is fully cross-trained, so all of our officers are also trained as police officers, firefighters, and either an EMT or a paramedic. So the ambulance crew that picked me up that night was my coworkers. That was my brother and sister officers that picked me up off the ground and drove me into St. Vincent's Hospital. That was my brother and sister public safety officers that were waiting there at the hospital to greet Heidi when she got there. So we're unique in the amount of training that we get, but we're able to fill all three roles. So we're kind of the exception as far as that goes in law enforcement.
Has this at all changed the way that you now respond to situations? Or is the fact that you don't remember it, what doesn't make any difference to you? You still do it the way you used to?
Yeah, I think it's certainly changed my outlook on a whole lot of things. Not necessarily my response to scene, but I think my awareness of some of the after effects after officers go through a critical incident or go through a bad call. I know that I certainly try to be a little bit more in tune and aware of what what their needs may be, and hopefully try to be more supportive. I think back to how it was going through it, and try to empathize a little bit better and be more, I guess, mindful of what my fellow officers may be going through, and try to be proactive in addressing that.
So for either of you, we're all talking about this law. What is this law? What do I, as a driver approaching a scene, have to do? What's my responsibility?
So the best thing that you can do is get out of the closest lane to us to give us that workspace, that safe zone that we can conduct whatever we're trying to do. If it's a crash scene, we're trying to tend to the victims or the injured people. So what we're trying to ask people to do is look forward, look ahead of where you're driving, so that when you do see those lights in front of you, we want you to move over as quickly as possible, as safely as possible, so that the people behind you as well can see. And then if we can get everybody out of that closest lane to us, then that gives us a buffer zone on to do our work, to get those vehicles moving and get those people taken care of.
And this also applies to EMTs, and it also applies, that we may not think of it as much, but highway workers as well.
Highway workers
They deserve that same consideration.
Yep, and tow truck drivers as well. We want to, anybody that's working on the side of the highway, we want to get you to move over for them so that they can clear that lane of traffic, whatever their business is that day, whether it's a crash or just a disabled vehicle. We want to get them moving so that we can get everybody else moving too.
So drivers essentially need to start making their plans and making their decision as soon as they see that there's something up ahead. No, don't keep going 60.
Right. We want you to get into that lane and move over, and also slow down. And the important part, like you said, is looking ahead of you, because when you don't move over to the last second, then the car behind you has less time to react to our lights, and the car behind them has less time to react to our lights. So the quicker we can get you to move over, the safer it's going to be for everybody.
Brian, in your case, do you know how the situation of this young lady who hit you was adjudicated?
I do, and she was arrested that evening for a couple charges, and then went through the normal criminal justice process as far as initial appearances, preliminary hearing, and then the case worked its way through the system, much like any other case would work its way through the system. During that process, I can say that my interaction with the district attorney's office and the victim witness specialist through Brown County was phenomenal. Both very supportive of myself and my wife as well. So ultimately, the lady that struck me, she chose to accept a plea agreement, and I was able to speak at the sentencing hearing, and she was also able to speak at the sentencing hearing. So she did get convicted by virtue of pleading guilty, and then sentenced to some time in and some time on probation as well.
All right, we are back to wrap things up right after this, so please stay with us.